What up, Ciclista Equis? This is John Thomas from Velo South. Thank you for having me on your show. I wanted to share my story with you on how I got into cycling. So basically in April 2020, I used to coach basketball with Leland, my teammate, Leland Holmes. And he was trying to get me to cycle. That was back in April 2020. I kind of blew him off. I was like, man, I'm not getting on that little bitty seat and your little latex and not doing it. But fate would have it that later on that summer, I think it was June of 2020, I broke my thumb. I couldn't really play basketball anymore. So I flashed forward maybe around September 2020. I kind of met up with Leland again and started cycling. And my wife joined me. 2 years later, we were cycling with the club, and we decided to do an Ironman. And I think it was in July 2022. We did an Ironman, and that kind of sparked us wanting to be more competitive. So we joined Reunion Racing, that's based in Dallas, and we raced with them for a little bit. And but over time, we were like, hey, we want something here in the South. Again, Reunion, great race team, but we just wanted something close to home. Duncanville, Mansfield, Grand Prairie, DeSoto, Cedar Hill. We wanted something here, closer to where we live. So me, my wife, and Leland, we started Velo South. Now, what cycling means to me, cycling is an outlet for me mentally, physically, and socially. Riding my bike allows my mind to unwind. You can see the beautiful planet we're on up close and personal. You can see the landscape. You can smell the air. You can hear nature around you. And for me, it sparks that competitive nature in me. Again, I can't play basketball anymore. So, cycling allows me to race and fill that void. And I've met so many cool people riding the bike. We may be different, but we're sharing the road together, sharing our lives and, the ups and downs, and find out you're not that different. Everybody's struggling, everybody has highs, everybody has lows. Most importantly, I get to ride with my wife. We love, riding our bikes and traveling together and riding our bikes wherever we go. So we love that and meet new people. How cycling benefited my health. Since I've started cycling, I think I'm in some of the best shape of my life. Coming up, high school, college, I played, basketball, football, soccer, ran track. I was a pretty good athlete. But I'm telling you, when I was asked to ride 20 miles the first time, I think it was Leland, asked me, I was like, no way, man. But I did it, and I was like, wow, I can't believe I did that. And I remember looking at guys that could do 50 miles, over 20 miles per hour. I would look at them like superheroes. But one day, I realized, I could do it too. I just needed training. I want to shout out to my coach, Mario, with the utmost performance. Love you. But, being dedicated to the training and being consistent, that's helped me improve so much. And, Mario is always holding me accountable, making sure I'm doing the right thing, because I'll get sidetracked and try to do my own thing every now and then, but shout out to Mario. And another thing is that not only do you get better physically, but mentally, because, when you're suffering, especially in a race or you're training, your mind has to keep pushing that body. And so cycling fills that void, hands down. Motivational message for people starting cycling. I would say cycling covers all the boxes. Mentally, physically, and spiritually. Mentally, you're out there on the road. It allows you to get free from all the distractions, especially now with everything that's going on. You can go out there and be in your own head. Also, pedaling that bike around, it's a low impact way of getting some cardiovascular exercise. You're gonna get stronger. You're gonna get more endurance. And then also just sharing the road with people. It's good for the spirit because you get to share your life, they get to share their life with you. And that's great, man. Again, like I said earlier, everybody has their ups, everybody has their downs. And just let you know you're just not alone. And then again, it promotes the feeling that, hey, we're not that different, on that road. And I love seeing people smile when on their bike or they do 20 miles for the first time. And they're like, man, I didn't think I could do that. And I'm like, yeah, you can. Now, as far as coming to Velo South, like I said earlier, we started Velo South back in 2023 because we wanted to fill the void for people down here. We wanted to fill the void that, in the cycling world, you got a straight up social club ride. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you got a race team. Social club ride, hey, we're just riding, I don't know, maybe around 15 miles an hour. Race teams, you're training to race, you're racing. We wanted to fill that void because some people don't want to race. But I know there's people that, hey, I want to ride faster than just a social club ride. I want to be stronger, a little stronger than that. But I don't want to be in a race, or I don't want to be focused on just doing a crit. And so our club fills that void. We have some people that race and some people that don't. We got people that used to race and, life changes, they get married, they have kids. Totally understand that. We have some beasts on our team that they just, they don't want to race. But then we got people who, hey, they're starting out, but they want to become better on the bike, and we're going to help them get there because in Velo South, we have a standard, like everybody in our club should be able to do around 50 miles, 17 to 18 miles per hour. And that gives people a goal to look forward to, something to shoot for. And it also helps when we ride together, we can all do that together. And then when you see a person in a Velo South kit, hey, this person at least can do 50 miles an hour. 50 miles at 18 miles per hour. That you earn that kit when you do that. And when you join Velo South, we're going to help you get there. We're not one of those that are going to be like, oh, you're on your own. We want to help you. I know when I got started cycling, nobody really told me a lot of things. I had to learn on my own. So we want to help you. We look forward to helping you, from this, helping you pick out shoes, kits, bikes, you name it. There's no stupid questions in our club. Okay. We don't want you to feel like you're an idiot. We all started cycling somewhere. So we want you to feel at home with us. And I love that about this group. We look out for each other. We're here to have fun and just share our love for cycling with everybody else. So, and then have fun. At the end of the day, if you're not having fun, what's the point? So again, thank you, Ciclista Equis, for having me. Hope to see y'all on the road. Shout out to Utmost Performance and Velo South. Love you guys, and look forward to seeing you guys out there later.